Hi everybody, I'm Christoph from Schuberth here at the RAMPART booth at Opex, and I want to talk to you about the P100N Riot Control Helmet series. So what we want to talk about today is basically how the Riot Control Helmet can avoid severe injuries and how it will protect you. And these principles I'm going to talk about in a minute also apply to the different other versions of the helmet, also the P100NA, which has an adjustable dialing wheel for sizes, or the LPA, which has the integrated laser protection. So the helmet we're having here, you see some severe damages on it, was being attacked with multiple impact devices during yesterday's range day. And it was a huge success, everybody really enjoyed it. And we had a gentleman attacking it with a hammer, and also a gentleman attacking it with a tomahawk. You see multiple hits and partial penetrations up there. So how does the helmet work? Basically, we have a more or less two-layered solution here. We have an aramid shell on the outside, so you can see the yellow aramid here, the fabric. That's been basically pressed with the resin to form a hard shell, not too hard, but a stiff shell. And then we have an EPS layer on the inside I will show you in a minute. So these two layers work in conjunction with each other. What we want to have and achieve on the helmet is that if a blunt force comes in, which is a lot of energy, that it will not crack the helmet overly, what you might experience with other manufacturers' products. Because in that case, you will have a helmet that will absorb one hit and then it's gone. What we want to have is a helmet that keeps the structure integrity with multiple hits. In this case, we have 7, 6, probably more hits with a hammer, and then a bunch of like 2, 3, 4 hits with a tomahawk. So we're talking about real multi-hit capabilities here. To achieve that, we want to have a helmet shell that obviously cracks so it absorbs the energy in conjunction with the EPS shell on the inside, but it keeps the structural integrity so it contains the damage on a small area. That's what we want to achieve. So in this case, we had the impact coming in, and how the helmet works is we have multiple layers of aramid that uses a resin to create a laminate. That laminate delaminates, and by that it absorbs a lot of energy, but the energy has to go somewhere. So the next layer, basically, so to speak, that will jump in is the EPS shell on the inside. That's what I'm going to show you in a minute. If we take off the helmet and we look at it, you might suspect that these dents and holes cause penetration. But if you look at the inside of it, I'm going to take out the Nomex cover. You will see that there's no damage at all. That does not mean that the EPS is brand new and this is a helmet that you can use on for the future. Obviously, this is a helmet beyond repair. But the good news is that this helmet will be able to be used in a riot scenario for a couple of hours and still provide you superior protection. So what we want to achieve here is keep the structure integrity, not only to have multiple hit capabilities on the helmet shell, but also to keep the nape guard and the visor in place, so you have additional protection. So that's basically how a modern riot control helmet works, and why you should always look for a riot control helmet that is made out of aramid, because it will provide you with superior protection, not only blunt protection, but also against pointy weapons like knives, tomahawks in this case. Keep the fire retardant capabilities of the helmet, chemical retardancy of the helmet available over a long period of time, because in a mission in a riot control environment, you might get a hit in the first minute of the riot and you will not be able to swap out your helmet. So you have to keep the helmet, the structural integrity, available for the upcoming threats that you might have to face. Thank you for your attention.